Hello everybody, Jordan Lorenz here with Mike Martin. Just an update, we had a Legion game going on before the Sheboygan game here today. So, that Legion game just finished up about a few minutes ago. We'll need a few minutes to clean up the field, get everything ready, and then we'll be ready to go in the live stream in just a few minutes for Wisconsin State League action as the A's host the Burlington Barons.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sheboygan A's baseball at Wildwood Park. My name is Mike Martin, and along with Jordan Lawrence, we will be bringing you tonight's game versus the Burlington Barons in a Wisconsin State League game. Burlington comes in 6-3 and is managed by former Sheboygan A Jason Bunton. Sheboygan 10-9 overall is managed by Tim Moyer and is 3-7 in the State League. In head-to-head competition, Sheboygan lost to Burlington in a doubleheader a couple of weekends ago. Tonight's starting pitchers, we have Sam Hernandez. There you see him warming up, making his first start of the season for Sheboygan. He had a couple of starts last season. And for Burlington, they have Preston Piranio. Starting lineup for Burlington, we have Logan Pye in left field, batting first. Batting second, Brady Nowicki at shortstop. Batting third, Jason Dennis at second. Batting fourth, Paul Archambault at third. Batting fifth and playing center field, Brandon Watkins. Batting sixth and playing first base, Joe Zuliger. Batting seventh, Ben Larange at catcher. Batting eighth, Nick Aid in right, and batting ninth, I'm sure we'll talk about this sometime during the broadcast, is the designated hitter.
Oh, boy.
The manager, Jason Bunton.
Must be a new strategy we're not aware of.
Yeah, exactly. Defensively for Sheboygan, we have Lorbecki catching, Stelt at first, Christ at second, Neese at third, Pettit at short. And in the outfield, we have Walker in left, Kim in center. That's Jonathan Kim. He's playing in, I think, only his second game this year. And Brady Zach Risen, who's been a fixture out in left, is playing in right field tonight. So a couple of changes. Pettit playing at short instead of second, and Palmquist not starting at that position, and Chris moves into the infield.
That's an interesting one. Chris goes from right field to second base.
He did that a lot last year with Bennett Becker playing a lot early on. Ross played mostly in the outfield, but he's pretty good at either spot, actually. He's just a good baseball player.
Can't argue with that. Hit him.
Well, it's not a walk. So leading off the inning with a hit-by-pitch is Logan Pye, and that brings up Brady Nowicki, the shortstop.
Big thing I noticed is some key players missing from the Burlington lineup. Sikorsky, he is their top guy. He is their
Who's
leader. Sikorsky,
Okay.
I don't have a number on him, but when I was looking up things, he has the most
number 19.
Number 19. Leads the Wisconsin State League in RBIs, leads the state league in slugging. He's second in batting average, has the highest OPS, and he's second in quality ABs. So he is an absolute powerhouse for this squad. He is not in their lineup. Watkins, he's their 5 batter. He's in the lineup. He is a pretty good at-bat for this squad. So we'll keep an eye on him moving forward, as Watkins is 4th in both OPS and batting average, along with 2nd in slugging. So they've got some big big bats, I should say, in the lineup.
Logan Pye taking not a real big lead over at first. The line drive past Neese out in left field. And Burlington has their first 2 hitters on with a hit-by-pitch and a single.
Just went right under the glove at Neese over at third. Thankfully for the A's, Pye held up at second as that ball was hit in left field. There's no need to push him over to third. It's a rough start for Hernandez to start, but we've seen A's get out of slumps early.
On June 4th, Sheboygan was at Burlington for a doubleheader. They lost the first game 6-2 and got shut out in the second game 4-0. It was a part of that lost weekend where they dropped that doubleheader at Burlington, and then they lost a doubleheader at West Allis. So hopefully they can come back and get a win here tonight.
And actually, Jason Button, their designated hitter in the 9-hole, he struck out 6 A's in 6 innings in the first game of that doubleheader. So he's quite a dual threat.
He was a mainstay when he played here at Sheboygan for 3 or 4 years.
Good lineup
CJ
overall.
told me he played for 4 or 5, but I thought I'd change it up a little bit.
Never say what CJ says, right?
Oh, man.
Can't give him any credit. He's got a thing or two going on tonight.
How many different things you doing tonight, CJ? Announcing, video board, music, between innings announcements. They took the iPad away from him.
Yeah. They've been doing that enough. That's true. Then you lose track.
Andrew Vigoletti coming on in. Oh, another base hit out in the left field. This will score a run. No cutoff person in the middle of the infield. Sheboygan kind of lucked out on that.
That's their
Burlington
second
up
hit of the
early.
game already, correct?
Yes.
Trying to figure things out. I'm running the scoreboard also tonight, so I'll get used to it again.
Yeah. Andrew Vigoletti, well known by A's fans and the A's community, up in the press box. That brings up Paul Archambault, the third baseman. Dennis was the batter who got the RBI hit. We're having a little too much fun up here, not paying attention to the game. Andrew, how are you?
Good. How you doing, man?
Nice to see you again. Yeah. Miss you.
Enjoying this beautiful evening, I'll tell you.
Yeah, there you go. Runners on first and second, nobody out, a run already in. Hernandez on the hill for Sheboygan.
Count goes to 2-0 Archambault. He started the year off hot, had an RBI in that first game, and then we go back to the 11th just 5 days ago. As part of that State League Challenge, he had 2 hits and 2 RBIs in a 10-0 routing over Addison.
Our umpires tonight, we got Al Hochmuth behind the plate and Paul Grauman on the bases. Grauman, a local boy. Also throw out the game time weather report. 78 degrees, skies are clear, and the wind is calm. We were talking before the game that she was howling all day. Even my wife was saying, boy, it's going to be hard playing the baseball game tonight. I said, well, if it's blowing from the west like it was all day, the ball could be sailing out.
Very, very true. The wind has certainly died down. It was a little, when I got here for the Legion game,
Yeah,
I
for
got
the
here a
Legion
little bit
game.
into it. It was going a bit as there's a big lead at second base. Ooh, Archambault doesn't like
that
it, but
loads
the
it
count
up.
goes
3
full.
balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out yet. There's a run in.
Well, you know what that means. It's time for a triple play.
That'd be nice.
That's a trivia question. How many triple plays have there been in A's history?
Yeah. Get the book out. Maybe it has it in there.
I doubt it. You know, Burlington, even though they come in with a 6-3 record, they're second in the Wisconsin State League. 5 of those 6 wins comes against Sheboygan and Kenosha, and those are the bottom 2 teams in the standings. So, I mean, you could argue a little bit of an inflated record to start for Burlington. All 3 of their losses do come to Lombard, who is sitting pretty at the top at 9-0.
Yeah, they're. We were talking about that during the challenge. That they're almost. There's a walk, loads the bases. In a way, the standings are going to be pretty well set. It'll be Lombard on top, and then everybody else.
It's probably basically how it's set up right now. Lombard is first, 9-0. Then you got Burlington 6-3, Addison 7-6. They've played 13 games already.
That's
West,
a lot.
yeah, West Dallas is 5-5. That's probably your second tier is those 3, and then the bottom, Green Bay, Sheboygan, Kenosha. Those are kind of all down there. But Green Bay, even though they're only 4-6 in this league, they're in second place in the new NEW league. Technically first. Appleton's only played 1 game. Green Bay's 4-1, but Green Bay's hanging in there. They're having a good year so far, even though Sheboygan just absolutely crushed them this past Tuesday night.
Yeah, 12-0. Turned out to be a 7-inning game. That was pretty nice.
Good win for Sheboygan after they lost to Green Bay earlier in the year. And those are the games that count when you're playing Green Bay, a game that counts in both standings, as there's one clocked back at us foul. But Sheboygan 3-1 in the NEW, and here they are 3-7 in the WSL. Far from out of it, but that's certainly not ideal to start the year when you go 0-4 or 0-5 in the league before finally getting your first win.
It seems like they gave one away against Addison too. Boy, they had was nothing. They had a chance, a great chance to score in the bottom of the sixth. They didn't, and then 3 errors were very costly.
That was
in
the
top of
Lombard
the
game,
eighth,
yeah.
That Lombard game.
You're going to hang in there against the top team in the standings. You better make them pay. And
Yeah, and when
sadly,
you got
the A's
Recolytis
didn't do
throwing
it.
the way he did,
Yeah, and then
you
it's
don't
just
wanna
his
blow it up
defense
like
bailed
that.
on him.
Another pitch fouled off. Brandon Watkins, the center fielder, is up with the bases loaded. Still only 1 run in for Burlington. See if Hernandez can work out of a jam. He's already got 2 walks in the inning, and he's given up 2 hits. No balls and 2 strikes to Watkins.
He's pitching very inside tonight as Hernandez hit a
Yeah,
guy inside
just missed
early.
him. Just missed hitting Watkins. Nowicki's on at third. Dennis is on at second. Archambault is on at first.
Watkins just 2 games ago had 3. There, he did hit him.
Another hit
My
batter.
goodness.
Actually has 1 walk and 2 hit batters.
I was going to say Watkins just 2 games ago into the second game of that Kenosha doubleheader had 3 hits and 3 RBIs. So he was a big at-bat for Burlington with the bases loaded, but Hernandez, his second hit batter of the inning. Bases are still loaded, yet no one is out.
Yeah, that's the tough part. Nobody's out.
Burlington's
Down to
coming
their
off a 14-0 win over Kenosha just last night, and they are certainly pounding on the runs already to start.
Number 6 hitter Joe Zuliger, their first baseman, is up. Zuliger looks like he's got pretty good power. It's a dribbler to short. One good
is
stop
all
by
good.
Harry, preventing another run from scoring. They do get the force at second on a 6-4 putout. Dennis scores from third. Archambault is now at third. And Zuliger's on at first with a fielder's choice.
A lot going on up here, my goodness.
Yeah.
A lot to
It was
figure
a really
out.
nice play by Harry over at first to keep that ball from getting by him. Otherwise, the second run would have scored.
Midwest Communication Night here at the ballpark. Biggest crowd so far, and if we know anything about these A's, they can come from behind. They're not afraid to do it. I feel like a broken record saying it,
Yeah,
but
what was
they
who'd
find-
they play that night? They came from behind twice. Was that West Dallas?
I believe it was West Dallas. There's a 9-8 game. I'll take a look. Yeah, it was West Dallas. Plymouth Dirt Track Night on June 2nd, 2
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Give you a little bit on Sam Hernandez. He pitched in 3 games last year for Sheboygan, started 2 of those, went 11 innings, did allow a high of, what is high, 16 hits in only 11 innings, and the other disturbing thing is he walked 9 batters in those 11 innings. Lorbecki faked the throw to second. Gives Zuliger a stolen base. 2 runs, 3 runs in already for Burlington, and they're threatening to add more. There's only 1 out. Larange, the catcher, is up.
And I mean, you know, Sam Hernandez, this is his first start of the year. That late start, it might have rattled.
Oh.
What a great save
It was
behind the
behind the
plate.
batter.
Ooh, Lorbecki, how about it? But as I was saying, you know, a late start, you have more time to get in your head. You have more time to think things over. And maybe he just psyched himself out early in this game, and he's just going to take a little bit to get settled in.
Well, I'm not so sure about that, Jordan, because when I look at his stat line from last year, it seemed like he was pretty much all over
More of the
with
same.
the walks, and we're just getting more of the same. One of the stats that wasn't on here was how many batters he had hit. And there's another walk.
Bases juiced once again.
Your notes are very informative. Sam was an all-conference second baseman when at Fond du Lac, Goodrich High School. He converted the pitcher when he was at UW Platteville. Maybe that's part of the problem. He hasn't
Maybe.
settled in yet.
Nick Ade on the 12th in the second game of the doubleheader on just 2 hits had 4 RBIs. So another run-scoring machine as he gets this
Ade
one
with
through.
another base hit for Burlington, and 1 run will score. Ball is cut off by Neese, but another run is in for the Barons.
4 runs on 3 hits so far for this squad, as there is still just 1 out in the inning. Bases continue to be loaded as it's time for the 9-hole designated hitter, Jason Bunton.
Yeah.
A lefty as well.
We don't have any hitting or pitching stats for Burlington. What Jordan is giving you is some from previous games that
just little highlights we can see from Game Changer,
highlights.
but other than that, you go to their website, you just get the stats from last
Zeros.
year. Yeah, it's not a whole lot of help, but we're doing our best. All we know is it's a 4-0 game, and Burlington is a team that
there's a line drive out to center field. Kim makes the catch. Left-hander throws it in.
they're actually going to get.
Surprised that the runner on third
Well,
didn't
I was
tag
going to
and
say he
score.
tripped going back. He took a few steps up and he tripped going back to the bag. So that's why he was stuck there at third. A missed opportunity for sure.
Jonathan Kim with the circus catch out in center.
Number 88. You don't see that a whole lot.
No. Logan Pye was hit by a pitch his first time up. Earlier in the inning, he was the leadoff hitter and scored. Pops that ball up on the infield. Harry calling and catching for out number 3. But after a half inning of play, Burlington on top, 4-0. A's coming to bat.
Modern air conditioning, keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Lights on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. You serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Batting order for Sheboygan, they have Gus Walker. Walker playing left field today. Ross Christ is hitting second at second base. Harry Stout batting third is at first base. The Northwoods cleanup hitter is Jacob Neese. Neese is at third base. Jonathan Kim is out in center. He bats fifth. Batting sixth, Brady Zach Grisson out in right. Batting seventh, Jacoby Andreas. Jacoby is a DH tonight. Batting eighth, the catcher, Caleb Lorbecki. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Joey Pettit. Defensively, Burlington has Zuliger at first, Dennis at second, Archambault at third, Nowicki at short. In the outfield, Pies in left, Watkins in center, Aide in right. Larange is catching, and Peranio is pitching.
Walker
Preston.
teasing bunt as he takes ball 1.
You know, if you're going to be down 4, you might as well have it happen in the first inning, and you got all the other innings left to come back. So, Jordan, what do you think of the flow of the game so far?
I'm not talking about it. We'll be here till midnight. You know,
Bill
some of
Wagner
the
not here tonight. He's calling bingo over at the Elks Club. We don't miss him a bit.
not at all.
CJ does. Peranio's looks like he's all over the place too. And a walk is drawn by Gus Walker. Good start for Sheboygan. Hopefully they can get on the comeback trail. Ross Christ is next. Ross hitting a healthy 304 as he steps in. What's interesting, Jordan, is we talked about Joey Pettit batting in the 9th spot, playing short. He's second on the team in hitting at 500.
He's got a little smaller sample size, though.
But still.
Still. We don't question Tim Moyer in his decisions.
Yep.
He likes that DH low in the lineup, and there's a pickoff move over to first. Doesn't work. He switches up the DH. He moves the 9-hole batter. He rotates his catchers.
Gives people a chance to play.
That's all that matters.
That's nice. Or certain players are going to be in there all the time, provided they're at the game. Guys like
Harry Stout, Ross Christ.
Christ, Jacob Neese, another one.
And I think Jonathan Kim could find himself in that spot if he continues the way he produced in that Green Bay game.
3 for 6, or 3 for 5 in his first game. Ross takes strike 3. He knows he should have swung at that one. That brings up Harry Stout.
Harry Stout had quite the night against Green Bay. Hit a home run, his 4th of the season. Had 5 RBIs in that game against the Greater Green Bay Blue Ribbons as he takes ball 1 up high. Didn't break.
I think that would put Harry in the lead for RBIs on the team.
He is second.
16. Brady Zach Risen has 18. Oh
Yeah,
my.
he leads the team in home runs, and I was pretty sure he was second in RBIs.
Yep, 4 home runs, leads the club.
Going to second and got him.
Oh, wow.
Not in time. A little bit late on the jump. They tried to pick him off. Didn't work. Then he goes to take second as they expected, and he did it on a bad pitch. Great throw from behind the plate from LaRonge.
And what looked like a great start for Sheboygan on the comeback trail, and all of a sudden there's 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the first. He takes that pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Oh, just missed outside. Harry getting ahead in the count where he loves to be. He loves to be anywhere in the count. He just likes to be in the box.
Yeah, right. Harry draws a walk. Boy, you like to think about what could have been, but it isn't. It brings up Jacob Neese, the Northwoods Chemical cleanup hitter. Jacob has been bouncing around a little bit from that 4 and 5 slot in the order. Gets a good rip at that first pitch and follows it back.
Harry Stout's kind of settled into that 3 spot as well. He batted cleanup first few games, then got moved up to 3.
Last year he was batting in the 4th spot a lot. But, yeah, you're right. Good power in that 3 and 4 slot for Sheboygan.
As Bill told me, you'll only see Harry bat in the 3, 4, or 5 spot. That's it.
Yeah. Well, depending on what Kim can continue to do.
Oh, yeah.
Have that 3, 4, and 5 hitters. That could be pretty dynamic.
And I was even thinking about potentially moving Kim up to leadoff You never know how he goes. We'll see how he can produce throughout the rest of the year, but just have a nice guy to start.
Yeah.
See if he can draw some walks, get on base by any
Definitely
means.
would have the speed to bat leadoff, but I'm also thinking if he can drive the ball.
The
pretty
drive-in
good.
runs, yeah, you want to keep him a little lower. 1-2 is the count as the breaking pitch misses outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Harry's on at first. Sheboygan trailing. Burlington scored 4 runs in the top of the first.
A's are lucky they only got 4. Woo!
Way inside.
Harry will have a little bit of a running lead, full count. A's searching for anything right now. Have yet to get a hit in the first inning to
There
match
goes Harry.
that.
Drive out to shortstop, little pop-up on the infield, and that's caught. And after 1 complete inning of play, Sheboygan trails 4-0.
Car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
The great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Now pitching for Sheboygan, you see him warming up, is Blake Coons. Hernandez went 1 inning, gave up 3 hits, 4 runs. All of those were earned. He walked 3, also hit 2 batters. It was a real tough inning for Sam in his initial appearance for Sheboygan in 2022. But Coons is on. And Jordan made the comment, oh, they brought their closer in right away.
It was an interesting choice, but Coons is a great guy, solid arm, so we'll see. I don't think he's ever pitched this high or this early in a game.
Yeah, he is. This will be his 6th appearance. He's made 1 start,
Okay.
Jordan, but he's only pitched 7 1/3 innings.
Yeah, so he probably
But he does
pitched
have
2
12
innings.
strikeouts.
He's a big strikeout guy. Fast arm, big guy.
He's the kind of guy you want on your side if there's a dugout emptying brawl.
Oh, yeah. He's the first guy I'd go to. You got him and Harry, and who else you need?
Yeah, there you go. Joey Pettit.
Joey Pettit. We'll take
Joey's a
him.
little guy. One of the guys that pitched a lot last year, we haven't seen him much this year, is Davis Wilson. You know anything about what's up with him?
He's pitched a bit. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We just haven't seen him here.
He's a homer. Only plays in home games.
I think we saw him and Emery. They kind of like split. They go like a half game each, from what I remember.
Okay. Well,
I could be wrong though.
Davis is a big guy. He's pretty thick. 2 balls and 1 strike to the hitter, Nowicki. Nowicki had that last put out, a little pop up to shortstop.
Coons throwing hard, but not throwing strikes right now. Missed back-to-back outside. It's a typo.
Typo.
It's his nickname.
Coons, a little bit low. Not a good start for Blake.
Gotta give it to him. He's also facing the top part of the order, so a run-producing section of these Burlington Barons.
Jason Dennis is up. Dennis singled and drove in a run and scored a run back in the first inning. Burlington up 4-0. Sheboygan pitchers have had trouble throwing strikes tonight so far.
Guess if there is any good news about the Monday and Wednesday games getting canceled, you got a few more fresh arms in the bullpen. Didn't have to use a whole lot in that 12-0 win. Emery went 6 innings, struck out 6, only allowed 3 hits. And then Dawson Silvecki came in relief of that one as there's a grounder over to Nice. Diving effort, can't come up with it.
Another base hit for the Barons. They now have 4.
Second one to go right down the third base line.
Just a little bit past the glove. Couldn't quite get it down there fast enough.
This time it was to his left side. The last time it was closer to the base to his right. Made a diving effort at both of them and came up empty.
Paul Archambault is up. Archambault, the third baseman for the Barons. We mentioned Coons in his 6th game. His ERA is 1.23.
Beautiful.
In jeopardy of going up. He's 0-1 on the year. Does have 2 saves, leads the club in that area.
Wonder if he blew a save and that's how he got the other loss, or the loss, I should say.
I'm not sure. One and one is the count. Sheboygan infielders are deep at all positions, except for Harry, who's holding the runner on first. There's a good breaking pitch for a strike.
For a guy that throws hard, if he's got a good breaking ball, it's going to get a long way, and it did right there. That one definitely fooled number 17, arm ball at the plate. Attack him with a heater. Get an out and work towards a double play and get him out of the inning.
A breaking ball punched out to right. It's down. It's a fair ball. That'll score a run. Long throw in by Zach Risson. Cut off by Harry, but Archambault with the hit and an RBI. And now it's 5-0. And Dennis, good piece of base running, goes all the way to third on that hit.
So I was just going to say runners on the corners now, so it's not like the danger is gone anytime soon.
Well,
another no-out situation with Burlington threatening early here in the top part of the second.
Brandon Watkins got an RBI back in the first inning, but he got it the hard way, being hit by a pitch with the bases loaded.
Strike.
Yeah, Kuhn starts him off with a strike. Burlington scoring early and often.
Oh, yeah.
Getting into that danger zone, Jordan.
This one should be catchable out and right. It is, but that will...
He
dropped it.
No
might
error
not,
given on that. He was battling the fence.
Might not be the worst thing.
I was going to say it saved the run.
Yeah. Not like he purposely dropped it out as the vantage point at home. He was right next to the fence, then kind of lost it at the very last second, went out of his glove. The count goes to 0-2, but the run doesn't come in. Still 5-0.
Still runners on the corners. 0-2 now on Watkins. He bounces one to third. Nice to second for one. A relay, not in time.
The run also does come in.
Run scores on that fielder's choice ground out. Nice made a good play over to second to get the force out there, but the relay throw by Christ was way off the mark, so no chance for the double play.
Now's the time to get the double play. You got the out. You don't have to worry about a runner at second and third. You got one out, one runner on first. That was the first
out.
One of the things about Burlington, they allowed the league lowest 22 runs allowed. So in their 9 games played in league action, they've only allowed 22 runs. Next closest is Lombard with 26. And then after that...
Is that all runs or just earned runs?
All runs.
All runs?
Yes.
Holy cow.
Well, like I said, 5 of the 6 games you've played the 2 lowest teams, so it does make sense. But the next closest after the 22 and 26 is 56.
Wrong ball to Christ. He makes the play over to second. Watkins was running on that pitch, no chance for a double play. And even if he wasn't running, they weren't going to get a double play. It was too slowly hit. That brings up Ben Larange, the catcher.
Coons did a good job. He's staying calm so far in the inning. He let the 2 runs go in, gave up a hit, but at the end of the day, he's working through it. Don't let it get to you. You're down 6 runs. Hope the offense produces, and Coons is doing the only thing he can with runners on.
When we talk about that West Dallas game where Sheboygan came back from 4-run deficits twice, you could say, well, you know, they made up 8 runs. They're only down 6 tonight. But doesn't always work that way, and it looks like
they get down 7.
Burlington's going to get another run. Here he cuts it off. No chance to get Watkins. And Burlington has another run. And 7-0. We're looking at a 5-inning game, or a 7-inning game now. Jeez. You know, it's bad enough when you have games like this on the road, but you hate to have these kind of games at home where
especially
people
a
come
big
to watch
crowd
you
on
play
the Midwest
right,
communication
good crowd.
night.
It's
started late as well, about half an hour late first
right.
pitch was because of the Legion game. There's
Right.
a lot riding against the A's so far. Nice hour.
A lot of our players got to drive home too.
Not an hour 35 minutes, that's for sure. Big swing
Well,
and a
it
miss.
depends what route you take.
True. And how fast you're going.
And where you're stopping on the way.
Well, maybe some of the Sheboygan players with all the damage around here with trees down and stuff, roads closed,
Hey,
it might
if
make
you
it a
didn't
little
know
extra.
Sheboygan, you'd have a hard time getting around, trust me.
I don't, so.
Well, you just come down 43 and turn off on 23.
Yeah.
And come into town, come into the ballpark.
That's all that matters. Getting here and getting out. Hopefully not out too soon, though.
The south side of Sheboygan had very little damage, a couple tree branches, but the north side got hammered. High winds, heavy rain, a slow roller.
Oh, boy.
Gets past the pitcher Coons, and it's going to be an infield hit for Aid.
7th hit of the ball game. 7 hits, 7 runs to show for him. We're only through 1 2/3.
You know, it's bad enough when you give up the legitimate base hits, and then they're lucky enough to hit little dribblers for hits besides.
Oh, it was kind of just a mental thing at that point. Coons didn't really go for it too hard, and then at the end of the day, Neese, no real chance to play on it as that ball just died.
It was the pitcher or nothing, I think, on that one. Jason Bunton, the DH, is up. Jason flew out to center field his first time up. Three more runs here in the second inning by Burlington. They had 4 in the first. They lead 7-0.
You know, Coons has been getting ahead in counts, too. He's getting first pitch strikes, 0-1, 0-2.
Yeah.
But it's just
That's
Burlington,
when
they're
the hits
fighting.
when they have 2 strikes, right?
It's like I was watching the Mets Brewers the other day and how the Mets, they always choke up on 2 strikes. They put their hands high on that bat. They're getting on base any way possible.
That's like Anthony Rizzo used to do with the Cubs.
It's those nasty hitters you hate to face because they'll get on any way possible. It doesn't have to look pretty. Got him.
A swing and a miss. First strikeout of the ball game by Sheboygan pitchers, but Burlington comes up with 3 more runs after an inning and a half. Burlington up 7-0.
January, February, into March and April. Same way through. Every single second, every minute, every hour. All the whole year through.
It is intense right here.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you lemons.
We know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Jonathan Kim getting set to lead off the bottom of the second for Sheboygan. Sheboygan having a tough go of it through an inning and a half.
And you really, when it's a situation like this, and it's not the poorest pitching in the world, but Burlington's taking advantage, getting runs, you hope that just that morale and everything like that doesn't rub off on the hitters as well, because in the first inning we saw right out of the gate, Walker got on base. He ended up trying to steal second, didn't get anywhere from
what's tough
it.
is when you're in the field and your pitchers are walking guys and hitting guys, it gets
and you're just
pretty
standing
boring
around.
just standing out there, right? You got to stay on your toes, like you said, not get too down.
You know what's
But
even
it's
worse is when it's a 9-run game in the 8th inning after you've already been going for 2.5 hours and they're just stuck.
Kim is a University of Michigan student.
Welcome addition to this roster.
Be a freshman at Michigan this fall. He's not there already.
One of the top
Obviously,
draft prospects in the
he's
state.
not there yet. He's in Sheboygan playing.
Hope for a nice good season for him there before going off to a nice big D1.
So has he got a full ride, do you think? Got a scholarship probably. Where's he from? Milwaukee Metro area. CJ, you're not much help tonight. You're a little too busy over there. He's from Wisconsin somewhere.
Is he, though?
My high school basketball coach, Bill Richards, played baseball, Jordan, for Wisconsin back when they still had a team.
Okay.
You want to get into a lively discussion with Bill, talk about why there isn't baseball at Wisconsin. Only Big Ten school not to have baseball.
Yeah, it is. Oh, it takes high outside, strike 3.
Breaking ball, called a strike. Doesn't argue with the umpire, but you know he doesn't like it.
I was just reading about Kim, as he just said, one of the top prospects in the state. He put up tremendous numbers at the Hitters Baseball Academy, Chicago Scouts Academy, and in high school competition. First team all-conference and the 2021 Southeast District Player of the Year. That's all about Jonathan Kim. He just struck out.
He's already down to 500.
Woo!
Got hit in the head. Brady Zach Risen, but he's okay. Peranio coming over to apologize, tell him he didn't mean anything by it. Nice gesture.
I was going to say that's one of those where even if it is a nice thing and he didn't mean to do it, Zach Risen is the last guy who wants to hear it right now.
Jacoby Andreas is up next. Jacoby hitting .250 on the year. Has a 2 doubles and a home run. Grauman checking with Zach Risen, making sure everything's okay. And I think that's you know, he looks okay. Thank goodness.
Hit it off the plate.
Preston with a good play. Makes a wide throw. It's going to be a E1. Made a good play, but then he just rushed too fast.
Yeah, there was no, and he threw it very quickly, too. He had quite a bullet on that throw. Just a nice little toss would have got him out, giving the A's quite a nice situation to be in.
Cole McClavic coaching over at first base. Of course, Tim Moyer at third. Caleb Lorbecki is up.
You know, Burlington, they just joined the state league in 2019. They were 11-16 last year, so in 1 year they have done a lot to adjust this squad, and they are doing very well so far this year. Quite a difference. The A's were 15-15, 2 spots above them. Burlington was in 5th place out of 7 last year when it was all said and done. Right now they're sitting at 2nd.
Yeah, they're having a great year so far. Be interesting to see, like you were saying, when they start facing the better teams that are higher in the standings, how they fare against those ball clubs.
I mean, they've hung in there against Lombard. They lost 3-1, 3-0, and 11-8. So all just 3 runs or less losses to the top team by far in the state league.
The thing is, what could potentially down the road hurt Burlington is just not having enough players.
Very true. They only got 10 here tonight. Maybe didn't want to make the drive.
Slow roller.
What do you say, base
Give
hit?
Becky infield single. Was a do-or-die play for the shortstop, Nowicki. And that brings up Joey Pettit.
I mean, you look at Addison, though, as we continue to talk about Burlington. Addison 7-6. Burlington beat him 10-0 in just 5 innings in the state league action.
Yeah.
So that's the team right below them. They're beating them by that margin. If you look at that, it seems like it's Lombard and Burlington's league to lose.
Yeah, but you don't want to make too much of that, Jordan, because that's one game. I mean, maybe some of their guys didn't show up, just one of those things. It certainly looks good, but you don't want to read too much into it.
It's a nice start, at least, even
Yes.
though that was also that 8 o'clock game that took place here on Saturday night. So that was very, very late at night. Who knows, like you said, players could have went home. Some might not have been here for the drive, anything like that.
Yeah. Or you ran through your 2 or 3 best pitchers and you didn't have much left over.
It's kind of what we saw with the Rippers.
Pettit takes that pitch up. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. There is only 1 out, and Sheboygan has the bases loaded. A great opportunity. Pettit hitting .500 on the year, 3 for 6. That pitch hangs up high. Evens the count at 2-2. Zach Grisson is at 3rd. Andreas is at 2nd. And Lorbecki's at 1st.
2-2. Good pitch should be coming here for Pettit.
Breaking ball, and Joey hangs in there.
Barely got a nick of it off the front of the bat.
Another pitch up high.
Count was 0-2 to start this AB, and what an AB by Pettit, able to fight back and make the count full. Still just 1 out, but anything that happens that goes by way of the A's starts to get in the head of Burlington. The starting of those runs start to pour in. Get this game competitive once again.
Swing and a miss by Joey Pettit. Peranio with a good fastball, and Joey just unable to catch up with it. That's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Gus Walker. Gus walked his first time up. This always makes it tough. You got 2 outs. You got to really be clutch. Curveball is down low. Gus hitting .339. He's got 3 doubles on the season. Be nice to get one here.
We don't know a whole lot about Piriano, the pitcher for Burlington. He struck out 6 in 5 innings at Racine in the first game of the year. It was a non-league loss. It was a 6-2 loss, played on a turf field, actually, for Burlington to start the year. So that's all we know about him pitching-wise so far. I haven't seen him if he pitched in any others, as there's a foul back by Walker.
Yeah.
Burlington's got a few non-league games. They also play in the Lando Lakes They're in one
I
of 4
think they're
divisions.
in that league.
Yes.
They're in 2 leagues.
Yep, they're in one of Land O'Lakes has 4 different divisions. We'll get you what their division in very shortly, as there's another ball
Pitch is
outside.
outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. The bases are loaded for Sheboygan. They're looking to get some runs, trying to battle back. They're down 7-0. Certainly not out of the question to come back and win this ball game.
Burlington is in
too
the
many runners on base either.
just missed making the count full. Burlington is in the borderline division. So that's teams like Racine, Milwaukee, Kenosha, Genoa City, and Waterford. Quite a few names there. Actually won the league a few years ago.
Go with this bases loaded situation. Fouled straight back. Walker with a great opportunity to get Sheboygan on the board.
Boy, would it be deflating to go back in that dugout knowing you had the bases loaded and you struck out back-to-back or got one strikeout and anything else.
Unfortunately for Sheboygan, their fastest runner on base is at third.
Yes.
And Lorbecki, their catcher, is on at first. Another foul back.
Truly staying alive, as the song just said.
Lorbecki's. How many times I got to keep doing this?
He's getting good leads every time, too. A's finally got their first hit so far this inning. They also capitalized on an error, but can they capitalize with a run coming in?
3-2 pitch.
Another bouncing ball off the
Walker
plate.
doing a good job, like you said, Jordan, of hanging in there. Hopefully he can get a good pitch to hit and drive it to the outfield.
Perano took a lot off of that one. That was very slow as it came to the plate. Broke where Walker wanted it, but couldn't make a whole lot of contact.
Ross Christ waiting on deck.
He's been waiting a while. Might have to wait a little longer. The Go A's Go chant rains out as here we go once again. Part 3 of the full count.
Oh, swung at ball 4, way out of the strike zone. And that ends the inning for Sheboygan. They threaten but do not score after 2 complete. Burlington 7, Sheboygan nothing.
Like our cool water personal hand sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
We almost forgot about you fans. We were watching the between innings game, musical chairs, and Aaron Rodgers got beat out. That's too bad.
The Aaron Rodgers is here at the ballpark. You're missing it.
Maybe it was Andrea Rodgers.
It might have been. Adriana. Think of any A girl names. Ashley.
Leading off the top of the third is Logan Pye, their leadoff hitter.
I don't like that 88.
Third time up already in 3 innings. Oy.
It's on pace for 7 to 9 at bats.
Yeah. Kuhn's still on the hill for the A's. Pumped in a first pitch strike. Sheboygan had a great opportunity. They had the bases loaded and 1 out, and could not produce a run.
No different than in that Lombard game. They had runners on second and third, bottom of the 6th, 1 out, and couldn't capitalize. That was the top of the 6th, actually.
Sheboygan, the 3 outs they made in that second inning were all strikeouts. The last 2 coming by strikeouts, obviously. And Pye goes down swinging. That's Blake Kuhn's second strikeout since he came on. Or is it Black? Black Kuhn.
Blake or Black? Blake Black
We'll go with
Kuhns.
Blake.
Blake is definitely his real name.
Got a typo on the stat sheet. We'll have to track that this season,
I don't
see
know.
if it comes out the same each
I
time.
don't know. Yeah, it says Black Kuhns.
Tiger Lafine's in the house. Tiger used to play for the Red Wings. Actually played for the Redmen at South. And then
I was
he
going to
played
say
for
the
Sheboygan
Detroit Red Wings
amateur. Hey,
hockey.
did you ever hear of the Manitowoc Chiefs?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right, okay. They're all in the same league. Tiger joined us for breakfast Wednesday morning at Cafe Bella.
Is that the next restaurant review?
Hey, it's one of you interns.
I haven't been to anywhere lately.
Did your parents ever let you out of the house? Except to come to
I'm
the
always
game?
here.
Hey, stop at McDonald's on the way.
There we go. I'll get the new strawberry frosty from Wendy's. I'll try that one.
There you go.
Three and one. Miss
And
flow.
ball 4. Nowicki, the shortstop, drawing that walk. He's been an on-base machine so far tonight with a hit and 2 walks. And that brings up Jason Dennis.
Is there any
has, been a
is
hit
there any
machine,
player
2
who
hits.
hasn't been on base so far for them?
Bunton, the DH.
The
batting in
9-hole
ninth
DH.
spot.
I'm telling you, it doesn't work. Big lead over
He's
at
been
first.
our one saving grace.
Yeah, and we're still at the middle part of the lineup, so
Yeah, number 3 right now.
top third.
We have 1 out. And Coons fires a good fastball right past Dennis. Rick Bumgart's here tonight. Bummy's a Hall of Famer. I made Bummy a Hall of Famer.
You made him one.
Yeah.
You tell him that?
No.
Oh, okay.
You aren't either.
It'd be news to him. Hey,
Bummy's a
I don't
great
care.
guy.
I don't care how you get in the Hall of Fame. If you're in the Hall of Fame, it's pretty great.
How about if you buy a ticket?
Well, then you just don't tell anyone you bought a ticket.
The plan is, if everything works out, is for my wife and I to go over to Rochester, New York and visit friends and then head down to the Hall of Fame. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dennis didn't like the call.
Am I invited?
No, you are not. I'm sorry.
I knew that was going. It was
Not
worth,
even if you pay your own
It was
way.
worth a shot.
Yeah.
I'll just be in the back. You won't even know I'm there.
Oh,
Got him.
good fastball again by Coons with another strikeout. Dennis goes down, and that brings up Paul Archambault. There's a name that just rolls off.
I
the
like
tongue.
that one. Anytime you got 3 or more syllables in a last name, you know it's not a good one. Makes our life
At
harder.
first, when I looked at that, I'm thinking, oh, crap, you got to have one name like that. But actually, it's probably the best name on their
It's not too
in their
bad.
lineup.
Yeah. Pie is pretty easy. So that was actually fouled back as he was running over to second, made him go. He just got a little tick of it.
You a math guy? Do you know about pi?
3.14, that one?
I think that's what it is. I don't know. I'm just asking.
I don't know anything after that.
Okay. That's more than I know.
I don't want to hear it. There's kids that memorize it.
Annalise
more than
is
I
in
know.
the press box. smiling. That's the main thing.
She listed off about 10 digits
Hey,
of pie.
did Alice Rogers, who lost in the little dance thing, did she cry when she got done? Or was the winner a good sport? Okay, good. We like that.
I know. I was going to say you were going to rig it for her. Yep. She had a very slow reaction time. There's only so much CJ can do.
Ball in the dirt. And on the stolen base attempt, Nowicki goes into second standing. Picked the right pitch there.
Yeah, Lerbecki dropped it, but at the end of the day, he wasn't going to get him regardless.
I don't think so either. You're right. Johnny Bench might have got him.
Hey, Lerbecki made that incredible catch behind the batter earlier, so he's got that highlight going for him.
I think the batter was just stunned. He didn't move, which maybe is a good thing because usually the impulse is to back up.
Well, he would have backed right into it. That's
I know,
the
that's
thing.
what I mean.
Yeah.
2 balls and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs.
Archambault knew he should have swung on that last one. Now he's stuck in the 2-2 and
a little change up. Breaking ball gets him swinging. And Kuhn strikes out the side in the top of the 3rd. When we come back, Sheboygan will be up with their leadoff. Nope, I take that back. Yeah, with Ross Christ, the number 2 hitter, up.
Be corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great.
I'm glad you showed up.
In my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my heart.
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things.
Yes, things.
Are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Leading off the 3rd inning for Sheboygan will be the number 2 hitter, Ross Christ. Ross took strike 3 back in the 1st inning. Looking to get Sheboygan started here in the 3rd. Larange went to the screen, but the ball didn't cooperate, went over the fence.
There's a play in the Legion game where the catcher, I don't remember what team it was, Sheboygan or Oshkosh, who made a play right in front of his own dugout. It was like real close to the net, and he just reached out and he two-handed it, and he got it. But that was the best play I saw on that one.
There's a base hit to left field. Nice stroke there by Ross. That brings up Harry Stout.
Another leadoff batter on for Sheboygan, but they just haven't taken advantage of any time they've had runners on base. That's the second
Jordan
hit of the
mentioned
game.
A little earlier, Harry had a couple, leads the ball club in home runs with 4. And
had a measly 5 RBIs on Tuesday night.
16 RBIs for the season.
Mine were too.
Pitch in the dirt. Throw down the first is not in time. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sheboygan trying to get on the board. They trail at 7-0. Harry, a swing and a miss.
He's swinging for the fences. Letting a lot of anger out with these bad boys.
Harry looking. 1 hopper, 2 hopper to the shortstop. He's got it for the force at second. And the throw is in time for the double play. 6-4-3.
It's the only problem you run into with Mr. Harry right there. He doesn't quite have the speed to be able to beat those out. Even though he was on 2 hops, normally probably wouldn't be a double play, but at the end of the day, there's 2 outs in the inning for Sheboygan.
Yeah, you got that right. Jacob Neese is up next. First pitch is a strike. Jacob hitting .241 starting tonight. It's down a little bit with his 0 for 1.
He's also got the best walk-up song on the team.
I don't know why, but I didn't even hear it.
Oh, it's the same one. Thunder Heavy Rain.
I'm not even trying to be funny. I just didn't. It was totally out of my mind. I didn't hear it.
It's a great song.
Did he change it?
No. It's your least favorite song?
Jacob just a little bit late on that. I shouldn't say late. He just missed it. It was a good pitch to hit. Ball high and tight. Jacob able to get out of the way.
Would have been the first time Peronio hit someone in that area. Obviously, if
the
it's
head hunting, that's dangerous.
Well,
if you hit somebody in the back
oh
or
yeah.
in the leg, it's one thing, but
I mean, it's a 7-0 game, so he's obviously not doing it on purpose, but there it is again. Makes the count full.
Look for the pitch on the outside corner now.
See if he attacks him with a fastball.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3 after 3 complete. Burlington up 7-0.
Modern air conditioning. Keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier. Turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier Factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Lights on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Back at Wildwood Park. And leading off the 4th inning for Burlington will be their center fielder, Brandon Watkins.
Number 2, yeah, Watkins.
Good job, CJ. You got it right.
If you're telling him, it better be right. You just give him the wrong guy on purpose.
I'm gonna next time. You'll never ask me anymore.
He just
Pitch
give the
by
microphone to
Coons.
you.
Ball popped up on the infield. Ross Christ has a beat on it. There's one out.
Made a late dive back, but was still able to grab a hold of it. 7 hits in the first 3 innings so far for Burlington, accounting for their 7 runs. They didn't score. Hey, if there's any positives, they didn't score in the 3rd inning.
Right. Zuliger's up. Zuliger 0 for 2. Let's keep it at 0 for 3, or make it 0 for 3. Coons is throwing the ball pretty hard tonight.
I was going to say, how long you think he stays in? 3-4 innings? I don't think he goes that far.
I'd be surprised with all the strikeouts that he's been piling up. He's also piling
keep
up
him
a lot
in.
of pitches. So they may not want to keep him too long.
Yeah, no. A's do have a day off, so they're off tomorrow as there's a little grounder.
Pettit one-hands it at short. Quick throw across is in time.
So they are off tomorrow, and then it's a big weekend, a 4-game series against Kenosha at Kenosha on Saturday, and then they'll be here on Sunday. Very interesting.
Yeah, doubleheader away and doubleheader at home.
It's just how you get those games in, right? You got to play 5 state league games. Then we'll hammer them all out in one weekend. We'll do 2 home, 2 away. Whatever works.
Yes, sir.
Kenosha, the only team lower than Sheboygan right now in the state league standings, so it should be some good games coming up, even though we know that the A's record 3-7, kind of deceiving. We've seen him play a lot better than that so far this year.
Yes, for sure. Ben Larange up. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. Does have an RBI also.
There you go. Got him 0-2.
Coons looks to be throwing a lot more free and easy.
He doesn't have to work from the stretch. Yeah, he doesn't have to work from the stretch, and I think that helps a whole lot.
There's this high school in Arizona, Heritage High, and their old baseball coach, all his pitchers threw from the stretch. Didn't
No matter what?
And there's one kid, actually, you know what? The one kid that did get signed, the reason I went and watched him was I wanted to see this kid play. And he did get signed, and he played in the minor leagues for a few years. But he was one of those pitchers, always from the stretch. Never did the windup.
And he was a starter?
And he was a starter. But
makes the game go quicker.
If you watch Burns pitch last night, it's like he's almost on the stretch.
Yeah, it's just a real short, quick move.
Yeah, it's like that's how his windup is. It almost looks like he's in a stretch. Couldn't check his swing. Larange is out on a strikeout. And Coons shutting him down for the 3rd and 4th inning. Let's see if Sheboygan can get some runs in their half of the 4th.
Stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Leading off the 4th inning for Sheboygan Jonathan Kim.
No, it's the same guy, I think. I tried to look at his number before.
Oh, that's right. You didn't write it down. Believe. Oh, 28, 29?
Yeah, it's still 29.
Okay.
Or is that a 8?
Jonathan Kim.
I don't know if that's a 9 or a 8. Because they got a 28, Nick Aid.
Yeah, doesn't matter. That's right. He didn't have a number on the roster.
No, that was that Tim Clay guy at the bottom half, I think, who you were talking about. Oh, unless you were looking at that.
Well, on this, you had the name crossed out, and then you had the number way down there. So
Yeah, that was a different guy. That was
Yeah.
Tim Clay.
Kim checks his swing. Count is 1-1. There goes CJ's perfect game.
No, that was me. Yeah,
Oh,
I got the scoreboard.
okay.
I lost that a long time ago. The ump said to tell me like 3 times.
All right, that's all right. CJ lost his a long time ago too. You're in a zone.
Now he
that's
is,
right.
yeah.
You got too many things to do. That's the zone. Yeah,
You
but
do.
Then I can't carry on a conversation with you though.
It's probably why he does it, yeah, on purpose.
Well, that's not going to stop me.
You're persistent.
I'm a pest. But a good one.
In your mind.
Hey, everybody's mind, Jordan. You know, you're going to wind up being, it's going to be October, you're going to be at school. God, I miss that Mike Martin.
You think?
I wish there was an A's game again tonight.
Ah, right. Middle of December, nice snowy
You'd
night.
be watching a World Series in October, and I said, why aren't we doing an A's game?
Should be.
3-2 to Kim. Hanging in there.
A's barely even make it into August. I mean, they're done early.
They are.
Yeah.
Do you have to work the golf outing?
I don't
part
know.
of your internship?
I don't know.
CJ, interns work the golf outing? Oh, come on.
Woo.
You want to come up for that.
We're long gone by then. Ah,
Kim on a
Kim.
swing and a miss. Good fastball. Peranio doing a good job out there on the hill for the Barons. He's got 6 strikeouts so far. We're only in the 4th inning. Brady Zachrisson is up. Brady got hit in the head his last time.
Don't remind him.
It's a good thing he had a helmet on. There's a line drive down the right field line. Fair ball. Brady's going to have to hold. Aid doing a good job of getting over there quickly to hold him to a single. Sheboygan's 3rd hit of the night. Jacoby Andreas reached on an error by the pitcher. He hit that little topper out in front of home plate, and Peranio did a good job of picking it up and had plenty of time and just made a bad throw.
Just sidearm chucked it over there for no reason at all.
Right. Like he was going to show off his arm.
Yeah, but it worked against him.
Exactly.
There's no need to put your first baseman in harm like that. Just get the easy out. Thankfully, it didn't cost him. A's left the bases loaded. There's another little short
Hey, did we
chopper
give
off
away
the plate.
that Culver's Butterburger for that error? Okay, good. Good job. Just checking.
Got to please the
Keep
fans.
an eye on that guy. He's got too many things to do. And there are fans in the house. If they commit an error, you better give away that Butterburger or you're going to get yelled at.
Fan, no.
And we know that for a fact.
By
'cause it
experience, yes.
Pitch in the dirt. Good stop. Makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike.
Hey, we love our season ticket holders. He just wanted a Culver's Butterburger. I bet he's never won it before, and he thought that was going to be his night.
Hey, how about
and
that guy from Fond du Lac that is it one? I know he's at least one. I heard two Big Macs. Pickoff throw is wild. Another error on the pitcher. He's had for like, I don't know, forever, 10 years, he's had two.
Oh, I do know what you're
from
talking
Fond du Lac,
about.
you know what I'm
Yes.
talking about, right? You've heard that.
I've heard the story.
So that could be there would be your restaurant review.
Right there?
Culver's Butterburger versus McDonald's.
Oh,
Big Mac.
like a comparison, I see.
Yeah. That way you don't got to run down the whole menu.
Right, yeah, we don't want to do that.
I didn't either. I mean, I just did Friday.
I've never had a Big Mac
Friday
in my
first.
life. I don't know if you believe that or not.
Well, you're a kid. You got a long time yet to go.
I'm 20 years old.
Andreas draws a walk. Sheboygan threatening again. One out. Runners on first and second. Caleb Lorbecki is up. Caleb had a base hit his first time. I think it was that slow roller to short,
Yeah,
if I remember
yep.
correctly. So why no Big Mac? I mean, you've gone to McDonald's.
I've gone to McDonald's, obviously. I've just never gotten their burgers before.
I'm not
I mean,
real big.
look at they're as thin as that slice of paper. It's not like there's anything
What?
to them. The burgers, the patties.
Well, you got to get a double burger, man.
A double Big Mac?
I don't. Do they make those?
I don't know.
I thought
I'm
it
sure you
comes as a
could.
double
I'm
burger.
sure you could ask for it.
I never was a big fan of the special sauce. I guess that's why I don't
Really?
eat them.
I like the special
That's
sauce.
just about all my wife gets is the Big Macs. But
Interesting.
we don't hardly ever. I think we went there about a month ago, and I think the time before that was probably a year ago.
Yeah, I couldn't. I was there one time before a basketball game we were announcing in some
If you're
other
on a-
city. I don't remember
If you're
where
on
it
a
was.
low sodium diet, that's
Don't
not
go
the
there.
place
Yeah.
to go.
Well, any fast food, you can't really go if you want.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
anything. The sodium's through the roof.
1 ball and no strikes. Lorbecki up. Sheboygan trying to get a run.
Framed that outside pitch well. I mean, especially if you want some French fries, you better watch that sodium level.
Yeah,
My
there you go.
goodness.
I'm pretty good about it, watching my salt intake.
I mean, if you
Sucks,
don't eat
though.
out, that definitely helps.
Yeah. I was going to say it stinks.
Everything is salt.
Actually, it's almost impossible to avoid
It really is, yeah. I mean, there's a difference between going to like McDonald's and getting a Big Mac and fries compared to making something at home, but still, there's basically salt in everything. Same with sugar, which you really wouldn't expect, but it's in like.
That's something I have, sweet tooth. I'm
Oh,
glad
me
I
too.
can eat sweets.
That's a problem.
There's a drive out to left field. Deep, going back, and off the wall.
I thought it was
The throw
gone.
is coming home, and a good slide by Zach Risen, and Sheboygan is on the board with a double by Caleb Lorbecki. No, it's a single. What did?
Because he held up at second because they weren't
Andreas
sure.
didn't run very fast. I think he thought it was going to be caught.
Well, he thought it was going to be caught. I thought it was gone. I think CJ thought it was gone.
He had the home run call.
I thought it was gone.
So did I. Hit off the wall. So the main thing is Sheboygan's on the board.
They gotta
still
run.
Have runners on first and second on an RBI single, which should have been an RBI
I thought
double.
it was. Yeah, no.
Joey petted up.
Seemed like a no-doubter off
Hey,
the
do
bat, too.
Do the screens pop out? Like, could we clean the screens?
Maybe just go no screen.
I thought it was going to be out also until the outfielder started, moving.
Yeah,
for the
well,
ball.
because he just looked back at first, and then he just let it go, and then all of a sudden he kind of went towards it.
Breaking ball is outside. It's 2-0. Larange going out to talk to Peranio. Joey's up. We're in the bottom of the fourth. It's now 7-1. I don't expect Joey to hit a home run, but I mean, when you get a big hit like that where you can score a run or two, it gives your team, like you were
Momentum.
talking before, gives them life versus having your pitcher stand around walking people and hitting batters and stuff. Now you got a little more fire in your belly.
And now that they finally did something with the runner in scoring position, well, that lights a fire under him as well.
Yeah. Joey takes it high and tight. 3-0. Peranio having his troubles this inning. A little bit of movement in the Burlington dugout.
Then we got that one other guy that we know of. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Called
Looked like it was
strike.
low. Umpire Al Hockmuth called it a strike.
There was a play like that in the Legion game where one of the kids, there was a 3-1 count, and it was a basically same spot outside like that. Kid threw his bat back thinking it was ball 4, and the umpire let him hear it. He was not happy. It's like, well, what are you supposed to do? If you think it's a ball,
Yeah,
it's a ball. I
yeah.
mean,
Here's one that we didn't, I don't know, I didn't pick up on it. I don't think you did either because, we were working together, was that home run by Jimmy Jurgensen where he spanked that one way out there.
Yeah,
When CJ put it on the E-blast, he tried to call timeout, and then he hit the home run. We didn't see that.
we didn't catch that at all, no.
That pitch
Ooh.
is outside barely. Well, we'll take it, and that loads the bases again. But there is one out, but we're at the top of the order.
Yeah, but we didn't notice at all. It was just
No.
a real little put the hand behind, tried to call it.
When you went down and got some lineups, right? Did you see Jimmy? Was he out there tonight?
I went
not
down
in
one
lineup.
time, and then I didn't.
Okay,
He might have
well,
came a little later, but
Okay.
Tim Moyer said he thinks everyone's going to be here tonight, so I think he's here.
Walker's up. Slow roller to second. Shortstop out there on a force play at second. And Walker, no relay throw. So he reaches on a fielder's choice. A run scores. And Ross Christ is up.
Best
Pettit
inning
was
by
out
far.
At second. Lorbecki's on at third with 2 outs. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Pettit's going again. He walked in the first inning, was thrown out trying to steal. And that was after Sheboygan is already down by 4 runs.
See if Pettit maybe tries to take second here, get in that
Yeah,
pickle
that's-
situation to try and get that third
Yeah,
run
I don't
in.
think they'll do that because they're down too many runs. Good stop by Larange.
Big time lead over at third before finally going back.
Yeah. Lorbecki with a couple of hits and an RBI is over at third. Walker is on at first with an RBI fielder's choice. Ross Christ singled his last time up. Takes that pitch low. It's 2-1.
It's a real good pitch on a 1-1. You make the ump decide what he's going to call, or you try and get Chris swinging.
It's hammer time. Slow roller to first, but foul. Eric Hasenstein in the house again.
I'm wearing his shirt.
Yeah. Jordan wearing his Hammer Time t-shirt. That all got its start with Eric. See what Pettit does on this 2-2 count with 2 outs.
Oh, ring him up at the ankles
Ross
inside.
didn't like that call. The second time he's been called out on strikes tonight, too. Not going to see that very often, but Sheboygan does come up with a couple of runs. After 4 complete, Burlington 7, Sheboygan 2.
January, February, into March and April. Same way through. Every single second, every minute, every hour. All the whole year through. It is intense right here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you lemons.
We know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the Queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Dizzy bat race for the first time this season. How about that?
And those guys weren't even drinking before they went out there.
We don't know that.
Fans
sure
don't
looked
have
like
to know that.
Yeah, they don't have to know at all.
It's the white lies that are okay.
Oh, the little ones?
Yes. Sheboygan's on the board. Now they have to hold down Burlington. Coons has done a good job. He came in.
28, Nick Aid.
Nick Aid is leading off the inning for Burlington. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI. Coons still on the hill for Sheboygan. Had a rough start to his outing with a 3-run second, but he's been pretty good in the 3rd and 4th inning, allowing only a walk with 4 strikeouts. Following Aid is going to be Jason Bunton, the DH. It's a high chopper to Nice. This throw across is in time. Jason is 0 for 2. A beautiful night. Not too late to come over to the old ballpark.
9:30? Yeah, let's
it's
go.
Almost your bedtime. Well, come anyway.
Maybe they'll spark the rally showing up.
You know, I thought there was an ordinance at one time where you had to turn the lights off at 11. I know there was a resident behind us on the hill that would complain every
Not a
once in
fan?
a while.
Oh boy. Probably watch the games from their house. From the roof. From the roof. That's a good spot. Go up, nice little carpet or something up there.
Hey, another strikeout. That's number 6 for Black Coons.
Black Coons.
Blake. If you weren't listening earlier, there's we got a statistic sheet with updated stats, and Blake's name on the sheet is Black Coons. Obviously, there's a spelling mistake.
Hey, unless they know something we don't. Blake to Black, yeah, I guess.
Black is not spelled wrong. I know.
Exactly, yeah. It's like try typing my name out, Jordon. Half the time it'll correct it to Jordan.
Thought that's what it was.
Yeah, so you don't even notice. Yeah.
2 balls
and
and
it's
1
something like
strike
totally
on the
different too.
batter.
It's not just like one little word.
Logan Pye. We're having a good time here up in the booth. You could come over to the ballpark and have a good time with us.
Yeah, you just can't come in the booth.
Well, they could come in the press box.
They gotta
knock
have
on the door. Hey. Yeah, and wave at us from the window.
True.
Ball's fouled straight back.
Yeah, maybe they'll come because they really hate us and they're going to let us hear about it.
Well, Annalise coming up with a couple of baseball bats.
She'll take her anger out on you.
From the game. There's a 2-out walk to Pye. That's 1, 2, third walk
in the
given
corner.
up by Blake. Brady Nowicki is up again. This is Brady's 4th time up in the game. And we're only in the 5th inning. Pitch in the dirt, no good. Ball 1. Now you mentioned our next home game is Sunday, June 19th, right? Against Kenosha Kings in a doubleheader.
1 o'clock, I'm pretty sure.
1 o'clock start.
Those are tough ones, and you play 4 games in 2 days like that. Pitching-wise, hitting-wise, some of the guys obviously are
on a hot streak, though. Keep
it really
coming.
adds to it. Oh, yeah.
Coons evens the count. It's now 1-1. There are 2 outs with a runner on first.
You can never be sure of the count on the scoreboard. I might always be a strike off or something. Yeah, never. Oh, boy.
Pitch in the dirt.
He's going 3.
And he's going to go all the way around from first to third on that wild pitch.
Problem there is Lorbecki lost it when it bounced sky high in the air, and then it made its way to the backstop. And how about those wheels getting from first to third?
Yeah,
good base running, nice aggressiveness.
Logan Pye doing a good job running the bases. Al Hockmuth coming out, checking, making sure everything's okay. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 3-1. 3-1.
3-1.
Yep, 3-1.
Told you, never be sure of what it says up there.
We're all pulling more than we're all multitasking up here.
You aren't.
What do you mean? I'm talking and keeping score.
Oh, keeping score, right.
Come on. I mean, just because I do it every single game.
Yeah, exactly.
Tim Moyer coming out to talk to his pitcher. So
Yeah,
we already talked about CJ and all that he's doing. You're talking and running the scoreboard.
And the scoreboard for the computer and the commercials and the cameras.
Okay, pardon me. You're doing 3 things.
Technically 4.
Okay, we'll let you do 4. And I'm doing 2.
Actually, technically 5 because I'm talking.
I mentioned that.
I'm announcing, I'm running the cameras, running the commercials, the scoreboard, and the other scoreboard.
What's that other scoreboard?
That's for this guy.
Okay.
What number is this?
A lot. This is the hard one.
Yeah.
In other years, they tried to keep track of balls and strikes on there, too. I don't know if you have that
Really?
capability
Oh.
anymore. But
no, I could probably do that.
That was hard to keep track of. I mean,
Well, yeah, because you got to update that every time.
every pitch,
Yeah.
right. All right, we got 2 outs. Oh, great stop by Lorbecki. Coons having trouble finding a plate.
Oh,
after
that would
2
be
quick
nice.
outs.
Yeah. That'd be fancy. Makes sense, yeah. Oh, yeah, we don't want that.
Another good stop by Lorbecki. So, do you have that capability of keeping track of balls and strikes on?
There's another chord, he said, but the one... Yeah.
Okay. What we got here is good enough.
Unless you would like to make a few $1,000 donation.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
1-1 is the count, actually. A swing and a miss. Jason Dennis had 2 hits. Had hits his first 2 times up. Then he struck out. Now he's down in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Annalise is bringing you pretzels.
Yeah, Kuhn's trying to get out of the inning. You don't let Burlington get any more of a lead. And Dennis goes down on strikes. And that ends the 5th inning, but Sheboygan still trails 7-2.
Cool water personal hand sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Who's leading off? Looks like him.
Leading off the bottom of the fifth for Sheboygan is Harry Stelt. Sheboygan scored 2 runs in the bottom of the fourth. You know, they have the capability of coming back.
I don't think he'd like to be called Harry Styles. Yeah, true. I liked that.
First pitch is low.
I liked the Instagram poll today about who has the best hair. It was a good one, yeah.
A good cut and a miss. Peranio still has a little zip on that fastball.
I didn't vote for Harry. I voted for, who is it, Schnell, catcher? I wanted to give him some love. Yeah, of course.
Pitch
Not
on
bad.
the inside corner, called a strike. I don't think Harry liked it. He steps out of the box, gathers himself. Now he steps back in.
He can let that frustration out on this big hit.
Harry with the line drive base hit to right. And they actually had a play.
Went past.
Ball gets past the first baseman, and Harry's going to go all the way to second. Give Harry a base hit and then an E9 on the throw to first, trying to get Harry out at first base.
It's Burlington's third error of the game, but they're still up 7-0. Sheboygan just can't take advantage.
Guess we don't give out a Butterburger for each error, huh?
That'd be nice.
That brings up the Northwoods Chemical cleanup hitter, Jacob Neese. Jacob calls time. He got something in his eye.
Contact maybe or something?
Still.
I mean, if you're hitting, that's not a, you don't want a vision problem. It's one thing if your knee's hurting a little bit or anything, but
right,
you kind of have to see the ball.
Nice of Burlington to give us a base, takes away the double play.
Harry grounded into one earlier in the game.
Yeah, that was tough.
He doesn't do that a whole lot.
One of those innings when we got the leadoff hitter on, too. Good pitch by Peranio. See, 1, 2, 3 of the 5 innings, Sheboygan has had their leadoff hitter on.
Wow.
High and tight.
It's not the first time he's done that tonight.
Waiting on deck is Jonathan Kim. Jacob digs in. He's ready to hit. Breaking ball is in there. Good pitch by Peranio.
Yeah, the last pitch scared him. This time he was backing out, but what a break it took. Yeah.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Harry's on at second. Sheboygan with another good opportunity to put a run or 2 on the board.
Ooh.
Just outside. Another breaking ball.
Fooled him again.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. It looked like Jacob was a little bit fooled on that. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes.
That heater inside worried him, and great call behind the plate by Lerone to call back-to-back breaking pitches. Sneaking right past him.
Set and delivers.
Oh,
breaking pitch
my.
is in there for strike 3. Came with 3 straight breaking balls and got Jacob on the 3rd one. That looked like a good pitch. I think Jacob
I agree. That was a good one. I don't think you expect that to come 3 times in a row. And
and plus the first 2 were on the outside corner.
And
that
then
last
this time
one was on the inside
snuck
corner.
it in the side, and he's had a little talk with the umpire afterwards, but I think that was a safe strike 3 call.
Jonathan Kim is up. Kim was 3 for 5 the other night up in Green Bay. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Another breaking ball in for a strike. Hey, if you got it going, keep throwing it.
4 in a row.
Harry's still out at second base, but there is 1 out. Kim checks his swing.
Make it 5 in a row.
Yeah.
Trying to
Good
extend
job of
his
tracking
night.
the pitch. He could see it was going to be out of the strike zone and held up. Confident looking left-handed hitter. Peranio's gone with nothing but the breaking ball last couple of batters.
You're not guaranteed to score Harry either on a little blooper out into right field or anything like that. It's got to be deep enough to make sure Harry's got the wheels to score.
Pitch is up high. Evens the count at 2-2. Burlington on top by 5. They scored early and often, 4 in the first and 3 in the second.
Haven't scored since, though. Coons has been shutting them down.
Good check of the swing again by Jonathan Kim. Brady Zach Grisson waiting to get up and hit. Brady scored Sheboygan's first run on a nice slide into home plate to avoid the catcher's
Oh,
tag.
my. Filthy.
Another breaking ball and another called strike. Sheboygan has had 1, 2, 3, 4 called strikeouts.
I don't know if they're just getting fooled or if they think these are going to be ball 4.
That's how.
Not swinging the bat.
I think Jacob was definitely fooled.
Jacob
on
was
his,
fooled.
His that breaking
And you
ball
can't
on
really
the
blame
inside
him either, especially on that last one that went inside.
Yeah. Breaking pitch is in for a strike. Nine strikeouts for Peranio so far. Brady just missed that one. Fouled it straight back.
You certainly don't want to leave another runner in scoring position. You're down 5. You just
Especially
need.
when you think he got the single and then
Yeah.
went the second on the air, and
That was with no
we
outs.
haven't done anything. 2 strikeouts.
You don't have to get all 7 at once. If you can just get a few here, a few there, trot your way back into it. No. Yeah, I mean, Burlington, we looked at the roster, they only had that one guy who's sitting there right now, Tim Davis, I think was his name. But I don't know who else they got pitching-wise on the rest of their 9.
Brady looking, swing and a miss, strike 3.
A very defensive swing.
So Sheboygan gets the leadoff hitter on, but can't do anything after that. After 5 complete innings of play, Burlington's still on top.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage. You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird. And please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Paul Archambault, the third baseman, is up. Blake Kuhn still on the mound for Sheboygan. Got in a little bit of trouble last half inning. After 2 were out, he walked a couple, but was able to work through that.
I mean, he came in the second inning, so this is his 4th. I don't know how much longer, if you're Tim Moyer, you want to keep him in.
Well, he's got enough guys down there.
I know he does.
Maybe I ought to send a couple over to Burlington.
Oh, we don't do that.
I've seen that. We've done that.
That happened one time.
I don't think the game counted at that point.
No. I was playing, I'll tell you after this little ground out.
One hopper over to Ross Chris, and he fires it over to Harry for the put out. Go ahead.
I was playing basketball. It was freshman year or the year after one of the 2 summer league. We're playing Two Rivers, so, a little kind of rivalry thing because we used to play them every year. TR, they only had 4 guys. So me and one other guy, coach just picked 2 of us. He was like, you and you go play for them. So I was playing for TR, and I know Manitowoc's offense. I know what they're doing and stuff, but I didn't really cheat it or anything like that. I just played through. We played a half with them, and then they just called it after that. They're like, we'll just go to the next game. But it was kind of fun, actually, something different.
Hey, you get to play, right? And that's why you're there.
Yeah, exactly. I played in a TR league a few years prior because we wanted something to do, so me and a buddy went out there and played. So I actually knew one of the guys. He was still sticking with it, playing in high school. And I vaguely remember their offense because it was kind of similar. But
Brandon Watkins goes down on strikes. Another good strikeout by Coons. That's 8 for him. Sorry, Brandon, go ahead.
No, I mean, Coons is pitching well.
has a good tradition of strong basketball.
Yeah, not anymore, though. Last few years have been down.
Down, okay.
They got a new coach as well.
I'm thinking way back in the day.
Yeah.
Showing my age again.
I was going to say, they haven't been a shining star in a few years. Bottom half of the Eastern Wisconsin Conference.
Zuliger, the batter. Pitch in the dirt. Evens the count at 1-1.
Roncalli,
So
though,
what
that's a
position
different
did you
story.
play?
I was a post down low. I was a bigger kid when I was younger, so that's where I always ended up playing.
Everybody else was smaller.
Yeah. Well, and then by the time high school came around, I wasn't that big anymore.
Okay,
and
I got you.
Freshman year, I'll never forget.
I can relate to that.
Yeah. Freshman year, I'll never forget one of the games. He ended up playing varsity the next year. He's probably 6'6", big, tall dude, and I'm stuck on him down low.
Oh, really?
It wasn't a close game anymore at that point, so I was just like, whatever, I'll do my best.
So which junior high did you go to?
Wilson.
Okay. Oh, another called strikeout by Blake Coons, and that ends the sixth inning for Burlington. Let's see if Sheboygan can come up with a couple of
ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier Factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Light on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
New pitcher here for Burlington. It's number 45, Tim Clay, taking the bump. Tim Clay. To our knowledge, Tim Clay, the only bench player on this Burlington squad, making the 90-plus minute drive out here today. Yeah.
Clay in the ball game. I'll give you Preston Peranio's line. He went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, allowed 2 runs. They were both earned, walked 4, and struck out 10 batters.
He pitched well, but he also had his ups and downs, and the A's just weren't able to take advantage. Kind of the story of the game for Peranio. Had that 4th inning where he gave up the runs, but there was 2 other innings where the A's certainly could have capitalized, but they just didn't.
Big time. Jacoby Andreas is up. He has pretty good zip on his pitches. If he can finish out the game and Burlington keeps the lead, he'll be in line for a save. Peranio, of course, is in line for the win.
A 4-inning save.
4 innings, yeah. Well, if you have a lead that's greater than 3 runs, the only way you could, I shouldn't say the only way.
Is it 3 or 4?
One of the ways you can get a save is by going 3 innings or more, and your team keeps the lead.
Yeah, I thought it was 4 runs for a save. Oh.
Andreas swung on a bad pitch. Larange had a little trouble picking the ball up, but had a good arm and was able to throw out Andreas before he crossed the bag. Another strikeout, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah, they're adding up
11
tonight.
11 strikeouts, not a good thing. Make them make some plays. They haven't been that good on defense if you put the ball in play. Caleb Lorbecki's up. Caleb is 2 for 2 with an RBI. Made it all the way to third base in the 4th inning, but did not score. That was the inning that Sheboygan collected 2 runs. But like Jordan said earlier, they've had plenty of opportunities. They just haven't been able to cash in.
2 innings for sure, last inning included, as there's a beautiful breaking pitch. These Burlington guys know how to throw that.
The one that was really disappointing was back in the second. They had one out and loaded the bases, and next 2 batters struck out.
Just one of those nights seems to be for the hitters.
Clay with a good breaking ball in there for a strike. After a very slow first 2 innings, the game has moved along pretty well.
As much as we can ask for. 10 o'clock on a Thursday night, not even through 6.
The way this game got started, we were looking like a 10-run rule type game, but things have settled down. Swing and a miss. Catch is not made. Another strikeout and a 2-3 put out for the catcher.
I must have just barely touched the ground. I don't really know where it did, but it did, and had to make the throw.
Joey Pettit is up. Joey, the number 9 hitter in the Sheboygan batting order. Yeah, you're right. One of those nights, you get some chances, but you just can't come up with that key hit. But, you know, their pitchers are throwing well. Peranio fell in love with that curveball.
Oh, did he ever?
Because it was working.
And I think he kind of started relying on it because his arm was getting a little beat and he couldn't really keep up, and that's how he was staying in the game longer, not having to throw the heat. But my goodness, was that thing beautiful. So now it's back-to-back, makes it 0-2.
Pettit up with 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. That was a waste pitch by Clay. Beautiful night out here at the ballpark.
We're doing trivia tonight? You got a question? Or should I come up with one?
Come up with one.
Okay, I got it. We'll do that here in the top of the 7th.
I like the one about the triple plays, but I don't know if we can
There's
find
no
the
way
answer.
we can figure that out.
And strike 3. Through 6 innings of play, Burlington still on top 7-2.
2 ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier Factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, they do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Light on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. You serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
What is that, 20?
0,
Is that 20? Who's leading off? Ben Larone? Yeah, 20.
Ben LaRouge leading off for Burlington. Ben's had a nice night tonight. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. Also has an RBI and done a really nice job behind home plate.
Coons extended his night as well with a nice, quick, efficient 6th inning. He's staying in there here for the 7th.
We had a crier out there?
We do have a crier, probably because they didn't win the 50-50.
Yeah, when it's 277
a few hours
I
past
cry
their
about
bedtime.
it too, but about a tick and didn't win.
I think that's the biggest of the year.
I think so too. Line drive, base hit. That's going to bring up Nick Aid. Another hit for the Barons.
Trivia question here tonight. It's about Burlington, the visiting team. We mentioned before briefly that they are in the Land O'Lakes. They're also in that league along with this Wisconsin State League. In what year did they win the Land O'Lakes Championship? That is the trivia question here tonight. What year did Burlington win the Land O'Leagues Championship? Land O'Lakes, I should say.
I'm going to say, can I guess on this?
Absolutely, as long as you didn't look at my paper.
I didn't look at your paper. I'm going to say 2018.
Okay.
Just a guess.
It's a guess, all right.
Sheboygan used to play in the Land O'Lakes.
Did they?
Yeah, I mean, that was way back when. Or Becky's throw down to first is not in time. What happened there is Sheboygan played when they had, before the Sheboygan A's was called the Kingsbury Brewers. And they played in the Land O'Lakes. And then when Sheboygan A's started up, they also played in it. And then we picked up a couple of players from communities that are a little bit far away. And in the Land O'Lakes, they had a rule: all your players had to be within like a 5-mile radius of your hometown. Strikeout. Ada goes down on strikes.
That's what that guy was talking to me about Legion before, too. He said the Sheboygan Legion team has players from a little all over now.
Yeah, from the county.
Yeah, it used to
be.
be.
But anyway, they wouldn't allow these players that we had on our team to play, so Denny said, that's enough. This will be it. We're not playing. And that's when the Wisconsin State League actually started.
Okay.
That was
makes sense.
That was because of this rule, rule that they wouldn't allow other players on to play on.
Kind of a
league.
tough rule, but it makes sense.
It did actually.
Yeah.
Sheboygan, I think, of all the cities that were in that league, we were the biggest.
Okay.
And I know we won our division one year, but we didn't win the
whole
grand championship.
I mean, I don't know if Burlington won the whole championship either or their division. It just says Land O'Lakes champions on their website, so take that for what you will. I'm just reading what they give me. We'll give you that answer here shortly.
Bunton is up. Jason 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. We're in the top of the 7th. Bunton didn't look good on that swing.
Not at all. Blake Coons adding on the strikeouts left and right.
Well, that's what happens when you're a pitcher and you got a bat.
The answer to your trivia question, you answered 2018?
Yes.
It was 2018.
Alrighty.
You were absolutely correct. They were 14-3.
14-3
in league
That's
play,
pretty good.
19-5 overall. So not a whole lot of non-league games, but still, I'm very impressed with that.
That's a tough league, and given the size of Burlington and the communities that they're playing, they all, I would say, they fit in quite well. What's impressive is when you get a community like that, and they can produce enough really good baseball players to sustain your eligibility for the league.
Right now, they're currently in the borderline division where they're playing Racine, Milwaukee, Kenosha, Genesee, and Waterford. So those are some interesting ones. But as I said earlier, one of 4 different divisions in the Land O'Lakes. It's a very big league.
I think I read somewhere the Land O'Lakes League might be This may sound ridiculous, but over 100 years old.
That makes sense.
I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah, right. Just kind of hangs along a little bit each year. So they have the Lake Country Division, the Metro Division, the Kettle Moraine Division, and then the division that Burlington plays in.
Okay.
There's a team from Rome, the
know what
Rome Raiders.
What's it called?
Rome Raiders.
Rome, Wisconsin.
Rome Raiders.
Okay, I've heard of Rome.
I've heard of
Wisconsin.
I was
Rome,
going to say I've heard of it in Italy.
Heard of that one too. There's a good pitch on the outside corner. Makes the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Logan Pye up. Logan looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a hit by pitch.
Who do you have up for? There you go, swing and a miss.
There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that ends the 7th inning for Burlington after 6.5. Sheboygan still trails it 7-2.
Stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Ben Larange, the Barons catcher, was a little late getting out to his spot to warm up the pitcher. He was on base that last half inning, and then Bunton, who did come out at one point to warm up the pitcher when Larange was getting his gear on, wasn't out there. So we're a little bit late starting this bottom half of the 7th, but hopefully that plays to Sheboygan's advantage. They're down. They've had chances. They still have 3 more chances to try and get some runs. They could do it, but they got to get runners on and then get some key hits.
Yeah, absolutely. You need those. I was just looking at Burlington's schedule. So they play that Rome team, and there's a note on it. It says, the note, there is nothing around here. No gas stations or anything. Basically a field in the middle of nowhere. Plan accordingly. So if you're going to that Rome game.
When I was playing with Howards Grove, we played at a place like that.
Yeah, nothing anywhere near.
They had a cyclone fence. No, what is it, picket fence around the outfield. And then inside the outfield were the light poles.
Oh.
And then to cushion so you didn't get hurt running into the wooden
can't do
pole.
that, right.
They had old mattresses tied.
That's real professional.
Classy.
Real professional. I don't think that would fly
Classy
today.
setup.
What do you just buy a bunch of land in the middle of nowhere and turn it into a diamond, or what? Yeah, we'll make a team here. Probably no bleachers or anything, huh?
I think the main thing was we did win.
There you go.
Swing and a miss. Clay with a good fastball. And I'll tell you, Sheboygan has not been good. They struck out. Burlington pitchers struck out the side in the 6th, 5th, and way back in the 2nd.
Feels like a lifetime ago.
That second inning, striking out the side, was the inning when they had the bases loaded.
Yes,
too.
they did.
Oh, you know what we're going to miss tonight? Bouncing ball, foul. Billows keeps track of what time the game starts, and then we can give a.
It started like right
timing.
at 8, I'm pretty sure. CJ
I would
said
say a little after, but it certainly was very close to 8 o'clock.
it was close enough. We just don't want any more Legion games before us from now on.
Yeah, really.
7:30 is a
How many
late.
more times has that happened, CJ?
Oh,
boy.
my. One of those
Wild
nights.
swing by Walker, and he goes down on strikes.
I'd love to know the amount of strikeouts tonight from A's players that were striking out on ball 4 or just a ball in general, because there has been a lot.
That was the 14th strikeout by Sheboygan batters.
It's a couple.
There's a trivia question waiting to happen. What's the most strikeouts by an A's team in a game?
I don't want to know.
By their batters. That strike call evens the count at 1-1. Ross Christ is up. Following him will be Harry. We're in the bottom of the 7th.
The A's were 4-1 against Burlington last year. 4-1 against the squad.
Yeah, it's amazing how things change from year to year. When I look at those first 2 innings when Burlington got their 7 runs, there wasn't a big blast like that drove in 2 or 3 runs. It was all base hits or hit by pitch with the bases loaded, or
it was doing what the A's can't do, and they were putting things together.
Yeah, they got it done, and we haven't so far. Chris on a foul tick, hanging in there. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Can you imagine the amount of money Sheboygan A's would spend on balls if we did what they do in the major leagues? Everything that hits the dirt, throw the ball out.
Gone. Oh, my.
Breaking pitch on the outside corner for strike 3.
It was a good pitch, too.
Ross, another called strikeout on a Sheboygan batter.
Harry and Ross had a little bit of a conversation before Harry came to the plate. And, you know, it's just sometimes you just got to swing the bat, whether it looks good or not. It's a full count. It's close. You know you've gotten called on strikes so many times this game. Just put a little swing on it and try and make something happen.
Harry had to hit his last time up and then wound up going to second on a wild throw by the right fielder who tried to throw him out at first base.
And then guess what? He was stranded there.
Yeah. Stranded at second. That was a leadoff. Harry was the leadoff batter that inning. It's a high fly ball out in the center field. And Watkins makes the catch, and that ends the 7th. After 7 complete, Burlington still up 7-2.
February into March and April. Same way through. Every single second, every minute, every hour, all the whole year through. It is intense right here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you lemons.
We know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot. Oh, so hot.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the Queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Now pitching for Sheboygan is Mac Doherty. Mac is making his 4th appearance with Sheboygan. He doesn't have any starts. He's only pitched 4 1/3 innings. It's a very high ERA. Hopefully he can keep Burlington from scoring any more runs. And Sheboygan
That's all you're in
still
for
does
at this
have 2
point,
chances
right?
left.
Yeah, just try and hold that score and hope for the best. We go back to May 31st in a 9-6 loss to Green Bay. Mac gave up 4 earned runs in just 2/3 of an inning, so certainly not his best performance in that game. But we saw him in action just a little bit ago, and he had a nice solid game against West Allis. Joey Pettit, that was his first start of the year, and Doherty came in, but it was a 13-5 loss at the end of the day. So those are the 2 big appearances that stand out for Mac.
Figuring out the line for Blake Coons. He went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs. All of those were earned. He walked 4 and struck out a balloon size 12 batters.
Wow.
And leading off the inning is going to be Brady Nowicki, the shortstop. Nowicki continues to be a on-base machine with 3 walks and a hit. No yawning over there. We're all fighting it tonight.
We're just getting started.
Where's the 10th inning going to be? CJ's kitchen? One ball and 1 strike is the count to the batter. Just off the corner.
I mean, besides that first inning from Sam Hernandez where the 4 runs were given up and then the 3 runs in the second from Coons, Coons has mostly been shutting them down. I mean, he's doing a good job. They're stuck at 8 hits. They were at 7 for quite a long time, then they bounced out to 8. I mean, this Burlington team, they're missing a few of their key guys, which is keeping them in this game as there's a swing to make it 2-2. But, I mean, those 7 runs came in the first 2 innings, and other than that, it's been mostly zeros all across the board in the hit and run ratio, and they've got 3 errors as well, so they're not playing the best game we've seen Burlington play, but they're doing enough tonight.
Yeah, the big difference is all the strikeouts by Sheboygan's batters. They haven't been putting the ball in play enough. We saw what happens when they can, with the 3 errors, but they're just not doing it enough.
When you're down 7 runs and you're striking out 14, 15 times, I don't think it's an easy recipe for success to get back in it.
Yeah, 15 strikeouts so far.
Full count here. Big pitch from Mac.
It's a hard ground ball to Pettit at short. He runs around the ground ball, and the throw is in time for the out. Nice play.
He did run around it. I like that you mentioned that. I saw Keston Hira do that the other night as well. Something that I'm sure some people would critique, but it's not like it hurts anything as long as you're getting the out.
Just the facts, ma'am. Just
it
the
is.
facts.
You're just calling what you see.
That brings up Jason Dennis. Dennis had a nice start to his night with a couple hits in his first 2 trips, but then kind of fell off the rails with a couple of strikeouts his last 2.
What do they have, 1 hit in the last 3 innings? I don't think they have much.
Well, let's go. Yeah, we'll see. They got a hit there. Actually, from the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th so far here in the
1
8th,
in the
one
last
hit.
4.
Yeah.
Coons got dialed in. He was in his zone, striking batters out left and right. He was fantastic.
If there was any criticism about Blake and his outing would be the 4 walks in 6 innings. So he did have 9 base runners, but still, it's
just a bad second inning. That's all he had.
Yeah, exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different batters reached base. Oh, an error. You got a time? Oh, plenty of time. What an arm by Jacob Neese. Oh, my.
I think he got bailed out. I think Dennis thought it was an out, and he wasn't running.
I didn't actually see it at first. Did he just miss it? I mean,
Yeah, it went off his glove and then dropped right down. It was pretty routine.
Okay.
Certainly would have been an error.
So he made a routine play into an exciting play.
Yeah, he did, as he's done all year long. He's had some nice, real good, solid plays, and then he's also had his fair share of bobbles, but that's going to happen at third. You move on.
Paul Archambault up.
Beautiful.
Max breaking pitches in for a strike.
It's a night of breaking pitches, that's for sure. We've seen a ton of good ones.
We have.
From both sides, yeah.
By both sides, all the pitchers. Now, I don't think that pitch was a strike, but the batter, Archambault, could not check his swing. So the count is 0-2 with 2 outs. Let's see if Matt can finish him off right here.
Not yet.
That was actually probably a pretty good pitch, being 0-2. You know, throw that breaking ball a little bit outside and low. Hopefully get the batter to chase it, which he did not, obviously. Another breaking ball, but Archambault able to battle.
Couldn't stay in the glove of Lerbecki.
Yeah, the crowd is definitely thinning out now. We didn't get any attendance figures.
Probably too big to count.
Could send Annalise down to get the attendance, but she's pretty busy playing solitary on her phone. Well, don't count now.
Nah, don't count now. That's a bad number. Count now and add like a 2 in front of it or a 3.
2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Doherty, there's a drive out to right. Zach Risson makes the nice running catch to end the inning. Sheboygan will be coming up in the bottom of the 8th, but they trail by 5.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage. You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. Better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird. And please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Did I stutter?
You didn't.
Call him Jacob. The Northwoods chemical cleanup hitter Jacob Neese is up.
Hasn't been a whole lot to clean up tonight.
Well, he's had a tough night too with the bat. Ball is up and out of play.
LaRonge, he was behind the plate catching. He still thought it was in play. He didn't know where that thing went. Oh, it's way out of here, buddy. Over us, even.
Not even close to being a roof ball.
Yeah, no.
We haven't really had a loud one yet, have we?
We had like one real big one game, but that was it. Sounded like the thunder from last night.
Oh, Jacob
swung out of his
swing
boots.
there, pulling out. Keep your foot in there.
A lot of swings like that we've seen tonight.
Clay delivers breaking ball, but it hangs up high.
Good pitch on an 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Sheboygan trails by 5 runs. Obviously getting very late.
Oh, they're going to say he went, but I think he can beat this out. Or not.
Not even close.
He got a bad jump on it because he didn't think he went, and then if umpire says you did, then you got to go.
Yep. Let me go back here. That's the 3rd time Sheboygan batters have struck out like that, and then the catchers had to throw him out.
Good arm from the catcher. It says something about him.
Yeah, he's had, like I said, it's the 3rd time he's done it, and
it's probably 3 more times than he's used to.
The first 2 actually were much closer than that one.
Yeah, that one was, because like I said, Neese didn't think he went, so of course he's not going to run. Kim pulls back on a bunt and takes the first ball. Kim having a rough night following his big Tuesday night debut with the Sheboygan squad. Looking to turn things around against Tim Clay. We like nice, easy names like that.
Yeah. So Clay has recorded the 7 outs in a row, and of those 7 outs in a row, 6 of them have been via strikeouts.
Good Lord.
Harry's fly out to center field was the only non-strikeout.
Wasn't very deep either. Pretty routine out there to the deepest part.
So. Jonathan Kim at bat. He has a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Check swing. Falls it off.
One of those nights where they aren't making contact to begin with, and of course the one time they check swing, they're going to make contact. It's just how it's going.
One of those nights.
Loss here will put Burlington on top in the season series. They'll be 3-0 against them. You only play a team 5 times, so that'll be locked up. Wow, very loud ball call. Holy cow.
Just a little bit inside.
Probably heard that at the Field of Dreams.
That are in the stands know what the call was.
Hey, there's more than 10.
Yeah, I know. I think there's 10 in the section in front of us,
Yeah.
actually. Exactly. A slow roller.
It's not a strikeout for once.
Zuliger.
That's an error.
Tosses it, and
the problem with Kim is he turned left instead of, you turn right, you're safe to go back. He turned left like he was going to move, so he had to get back to the bag.
So that's going to go as an E3. Bad toss by the first baseman.
4th error of the game against Burlington.
Brady Zachrisson is up next. Brady,
not a fan of their nickname. I don't like the Barons. Burlington Barons. It's got the alliteration, but I don't really care for it.
I was going to say Brady's had a nice catch out in right field to end the top half of this inning. Kim just got back. Larange with a great throw down to first on a pickoff attempt.
We'll keep the camera here, see an eye on Kim as to what lead he's taking. Not a whole lot.
No, not much. Brady with a pretty weak swing there.
It's kind of how it goes.
They're Brady playing out in right field tonight. He's been a fixture in left field.
But with Ross Chris moving to second base, they had to switch some things around.
Right, exactly. Kim taking a conservative lead. Brady drives that one out in the left field.
Got a terrible read on it
and
left.
Pye. Kim running like the wind, but they're going to stop him at third. And it's a stand-up double for Brady Zachrisson.
Yeah, the left fielder, Logan Pye, I don't know if he thought it was routine in his glove or what, but it was going over his head, and by the time he realized that,
I've been looking at the alignment of where the outfielders are playing, and they're not playing very deep. Pye got burned twice. The first one was a pretty darn good hit, you know, hitting off the fence on the fly.
Thought it was gone.
But I don't fault them for playing in a little bit.
I was just going to say
the ball
it's
has
not
been carrying.
No,
very
and
well.
it's not like the A's are hitting it outfield either. It's little grounders or strikeouts.
Mostly strikeouts.
Thank you.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
16 now.
Only 6 of the outs have been not
What
strikeouts.
catch? Only 6?
Only 6.
That's not good.
Neese with a fine play. Oh, and you couldn't see
No,
it
you
on
couldn't
your
see it.
screen. Oh.
Went off the net and didn't even have to move. Went right into his hand.
Can hardly see first base.
Yeah, but I have to do it like that so then you can see third. It's like you got to get the perfect spot.
Draw back.
Well, then you get too
But,
much in
hey,
there.
I'm just an announcer. I'm not a technical guy.
Me either.
Good rip at that fastball by Jacoby Andreas, but he fouled it back. Jacoby 0 for 2 with a walk. He was one of those strikeout guys where the catcher had to throw him out at first.
One of the 3, huh?
Yes.
There's a trivia question for Sunday. Who were the 3 batters to strike out on a
Yeah,
drop
okay.
third strike?
Like our millions of fans are going to. Kim is going to come home and score on that wild pitch. And Brady Zach Risen heads over to third. Hey, they're only down 4. Long ball here would make it 2 and game on.
I was going to say, you get another run in and you're down by 3 going into the 9th, or you maybe even add a little more on.
Yeah, right. Why stop there? Clay's pitch is way high. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. A run is in. Brady Zach Risen is over at third. Jacoby Andreas at the plate, looking to get a base hit. Who had a good rip at that fastball, but fouled it straight back.
It's one of those things where maybe the A's were counting themselves out a little bit too soon. You're down 7-2, heads are hanging, things like that. But you've put a little bit together, you get some runs on the board, and it's a whole new breath of fresh air. And for all the fans that left, they might be tuning into the live stream because they see we got a game on our hands.
Don't bet on it.
They went to bed. 10:37.
Oh, right there.
Oh, my.
That looked like a good pitch, too. I don't know about what you thought, Jordan, but...
High.
Oh, it wasn't high, I don't think.
High inside.
What do you think, CJ?
Yeah.
Really? That brings up Caleb Lorbecki. Well, that's why I umpired, guys.
I umped for a year.
Couldn't see then either.
Sure, they loved you.
Caleb looking to get that run home from third.
My goodness. Headhunting tonight.
Yeah.
It's probably
cow.
10 inside high pitches we've seen from the Burlington squad. Yeah, he was telling me about
Caleb,
something before.
Slow roller to the first baseman, Zuliger, and he's going to take
Oh.
it himself. And just stepped on the bag ahead of Lorbecki for an unassisted putout. And through 8 complete. Burlington leads it 7-3.
Invented modern air conditioning? Keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier Factory authorized dealer.
When a Bud Light legend comes back, They do it carrying a squeaky beach chair, an inflatable dolphin, and a cooler full of perfectly chilled Bud Lights on hot sand, wearing only one flip-flop. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Are you serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
that
Exactly.
part, we're talking about playoffs, NBA playoffs, and NHL playoffs, and CJ's saying it's pretty cool to watch your favorite hockey team play in flip-flops and shorts. And he's got a point there. Leading off the 9th inning for the Barons is going to be their number 5 hitter, Brandon Watkins. Mac Doherty still on the mound for Sheboygan.
His one and only job right now is to just keep that score intact and try and keep these alive.
Sheboygan down 4. They can do it. First pitch swinging as Watkins fouls it off.
You know, the big thing when I look at the scoreboard I've been keeping up with all night long, 7 for Burlington, 3 for Sheboygan, 4-run deficit, 4 errors against Burlington, and they've only out-hit the A's by 2, 8 hits to 6. So, I mean, stats-wise, just looking at that, it's not far off at all, and the A's should have the advantage when, if you can't take advantage of 4 errors, I mean, that's...
I should count up for Sheboygan how many runners they've left on base, because that probably tells a good part of the story.
But probably like 7 or 8 or, just missed outside, but... They've only had those 2 or 3 innings where they're leaving them on. Those are the missed opportunities. You get 2 in the 2nd inning or 1 in the 7th or whatever it was, and it's
8 left on base so far.
That one's sky high to Harry, who's called off, and it's still made.
Ross Christ making the catch. And that's how we start the top of the 9th with a pop out. It's going to bring up Joey Zuliger. Joey has had a tough night, 0 for 4.
Probably the only Burlington guy like that.
Reached on a fielder's choice and had a stolen base back in the 1st inning. But other than that, it's been a pretty quiet evening for Joey. He's done a nice job over at first base. Joey, one of the famous Zuligers. There's a drive out in the left field.
That's gone.
Racing back and making a circus catch out in left field is Gus Walker. He overran it, had to reach back, and then he made the grab. There's something to be said for having center fielders in left and center.
Yeah, it's working, I guess. That ball, though, like you said earlier tonight, it's just not carrying at all. That's the 2nd time tonight where we've seen it over to left field. Not the deepest part of the ballpark by any means, but it just kind of dies a little bit before.
Ben Larange up. Ben is the Barons catcher.
He's had a mighty fine night catching. Few
Speaking
good
of mighty
pitchers
fine
his way
nights,
as well.
we talked a little bit about Mac Doherty and his very high ERA, and then you had mentioned about the last game, I believe it was, he pitched and gave up all those runs in like a third of an inning, and he's had a nice outing here so far.
Yeah, he has. He's settled in, and he's in that 4-run deficit. I mean, his job right now is, like I said at the start of the inning, to just keep the score how it is and give the A's a fighting chance in the bottom half, and he's done just that. Got 2 quick outs in the inning. He's down 2-0 here, make it 3-0, but at the end of the day, they're making contact against him, but the A's are getting out, so that's all they can ask for.
Have to see if he can battle back here. We're in the top of the 9th. Burlington on top, 7-3. Niajong working down. You can't see him in that shot. Can't see him in that shot either. But he's down there. Getting things put away. Walk for Larange.
I thought you did that.
That brings up Nick Aid.
It's like one of those air horns. You don't have that sound. It was a loud air horn.
Yeah. And that wasn't your live stream announcers either.
We don't have that power. And like no one was fazed by it or anything. No one's like looking confused or anything.
Well, Annalise is even down there helping clean up. Getting ready for that Sunday game. Doherty with a nice quick move to pick that little grounder up and tosses over to Harry for the out. And that ends the 9th. Now it's all up to the offense.
Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
The great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family-owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community, and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Leading off the bottom of the 9th for Sheboygan will be Joey Pettit. Tim Clay still on the mound for the Barons.
I think they've got their DH Bunton, who also can pitch, but I don't think they have a whole lot more than those 3 tonight. And thankfully, they didn't even need to use them all.
Tim is working on his 4th inning now. He's done a nice job. Allowed 1 run. It was unearned, and only allowed 1 hit.
Who's leading off?
Joey Pettit. 7 strikeouts for Tim.
Pettit's not even waiting for CJ. Holy cow, hammered it.
Wouldn't you know it, the only ball that carries is way foul.
Way out of here to left. I don't understand the fans that stayed this long. Why wouldn't you stay for the bottom half of the 9th? The right side of the bleachers are like cleared up. It's like, if you're going to stay through 8 innings, why not stay for the 9th?
Yeah, one person is going to the bathroom before they check
Maybe.
out. Ball is fouled straight back. Where's Sean when we need him? Chasing down those foul balls.
Well, and it's not like we're leaving a Brewer game where you got to sit in traffic for half an hour to get out of here. It's not that bad here.
Then you might as well stay for the end of the game and wait 10, 15 minutes.
Exactly. It's smart, actually. Another one.
Ball hit foul out of play. Still some softball games going on across the street.
Well, what time did that start? 10 o'clock? Great. No, thank you.
Bouncing ball gets by Clay. Quick throw across by Nowicki is in time. Petted out.
Down to the final 2 outs, and he had to get 4 runs.
Gus Walker's next. Gus made that super circus catch out in left field last half inning.
Made it a lot more difficult than he had to. Well, that's one of those that can get dangerous too, because all of a sudden you move real quick to get it, and then
For a young guy like that, it's not so bad.
It's
For
true.
me,
It's true.
Terrible.
You wouldn't even be out there in the first place. But all of a sudden you trip, lose your footing, and you go off the fence, hit yourself. I mean, you never know.
Yeah,
Got
was
the
at
coordination.
The store today,
that's all that
walked in with
matters.
this other old guy, and he said, you play golf today? And because I had a golf hat on. I said, no,
Sure.
today was my tennis day. He says, you playing tonight?
No.
I said, yeah, they play tonight. They play Burlington. I'll be announcing. He said, no, are you going to play? See,
I
thought he
just
was a
told you.
player.
Yeah. Got very dark behind us when the light turned off. Holy cow. What?
Pitch behind the batter, Walker. He just hangs in there. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That was a bouncing one. That wasn't like the one who threw it earlier. Was that Priano? No. Was that our guy who threw it behind
yeah,
him?
he hit.
Yeah.
Who did he hit in the head?
Well, he threw it behind a guy, too.
Oh, that was our guy.
Our guy
that
threw
was
it behind a guy, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Swing and a miss.
Not a
Strike
drop
3.
third strike. Kept it in his glove. Could have been our 4th of the night.
Holy cow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strikeouts by Tim Clay. He hasn't even gone 4 innings. And that's 18 strikeouts in the game.
Oh, my.
I mean, even at that, it's 2 an inning.
Good math.
Jeez. Come on, boys. Ross Christ has had a very tough night. He's got a hit, and he's got 3 strikeouts. Guess what? All of his strikeouts have been called strikeouts.
All of them have, huh?
No, definitely not. Slow roller, Archambault.
Oh, he's going to reach.
Can't pick it up. We'll give Ross a base hit.
Might as well.
It was one of those do or dies. And Ross is a very fast runner, so Archambault, like we said, had to make the play, or it's a base hit. Harry's up.
Make some magic, Harry.
We're at about 2 hours and 48 minutes. It's a long game for this level.
Yeah, especially when it doesn't start until after 8.
The late is late, you're right, but 2 hours and 50 minutes, I don't care if you start at 5 o'clock. It's still a long game.
Well, that Legion game was long, too, for no reason. Just a 7-inning game.
Harry Fall tick that one. It's no balls and 2 strikes. There's 2 outs. Sheboygan does have a runner on first, but they trail by 4 runs.
And it's coming right towards me.
Yeah. Just then I thought it was me.
It can
and
come
CJ
towards
thought it was him.
No. That was on our side.
Very nice night tonight, though, for a ball game.
It was a little hot earlier.
Harry fouls that one off.
When we go from 57 degrees last weekend to 80 here today, it's a big difference.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Who is calling at 11 o'clock at night? Is the
no
game
balls
still going
and 2
on?
strikes
Yes.
still to Harry. Laron still hustling back there behind home plate. Makes a nice stop, keeping Ross Christ at first base.
No need to send them and risk anything. You might as well just wait for Harry and see if you can get a hit.
Exactly.
Don't want to go out on a bouncing ball a foot in front of the catcher, Larone. Oh,
that hit Harry in the helmet. I'm sure he's not too happy about that. Oh, my. Trots down to first base. You hate to see that. Getting hit is one thing, but getting hit in the head, that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, no matter if you have
really
a helmet or
dangerous.
not,
And, you know, those guys aren't throwing at anybody like that.
No.
It's just makes the next guy worry, though.
Yes, it does.
Jacob Neese, the Northwoods Chemical cleanup hitter, is up. Jacob again, not a good swing. His front foot is stepping out towards
he's
the
stepping
third
towards
baseman.
third.
He's not stepping into the pitch. That swing actually looked a little better.
Yeah,
but,
he stepped
just
forward,
couldn't
but
catch
it,
up with the fastball.
and it was low as well. Once again, A's down to their final strike. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Home run here will put him in 1.
I like that kind of thought to the pattern. Swing and a miss. Neese goes down, and so do the Sheboygan A's. Final line score for the ball game. Burlington, 7 runs, 8 hits, and 4 errors. Sheboygan, 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. The winning pitcher is Preston Peranio, and Tim Clay gets the save. Losing pitcher was Sheboygan starter Sam Hernandez. Our next ball game will be on Sunday, June 19th, when the A's host the Kenosha Kings in a doubleheader starting at 1 o'clock. If you can't make it to the ballpark, you can listen to us on the live stream. For my partner, Jordan Lorenz, I am Mike Martin saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.